artsy studio, boys and girls, under the sea. Let's go ahead and start today with our mindfulness. So go ahead and find a space around you, become the tallest sitter or stander as you stretched up. Go ahead and let go of anything keeping the artist today. Just release it. If something happened, don't let it take away from your creating time today. As you drop those elbows, stretch out, listening outside the area you're in as we inhale nose, exhale mouth. Just letting go as you inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale, exhale. All right, that breathing feels good, doesn't it? Go ahead and do your shoulder rolls forward as you draw your listening inside the room you're in or space you're in, what you hear around you. And reverse backwards. Last stretches for that neck. Go ahead and drop your chin down. And gently roll your head 90 degrees to one side and stretch. Forward 180 degrees for half a circle. Gently roll that head back 3/4 of a circle, 270 degrees. And reverse for a full 360 degrees. As you lift that chin up, last take your listening from external to internal. Go ahead and take a moment, listen inside for that heartbeat or ideas for your art today. Listen inside. All right, I'm so glad you guys joined me again today for our second week of virtual learning in our home spaces. So this is our activity, we have our activity ideas for week 2 today. But let's start with our 3 W's. Even though we're not at school together, we still want to practice these W's with the people we're with at home. So go ahead and say them with me. What do? We take care of each other. We take care of our stuff, and we think like artists. All right, my artists, let's take a look. At some of our goals, first I want to say, call out to those of you that have been posting your kindness and positive artworks from last week. I really liked, I saw we had Blaine had his out in a tree supporting some of our police officers that are serving us during this time. So Blaine, call out to you. Quite a few others also. Some of them where I saw one student put it in the window. Another one, we even had 2 sisters who helped create an artwork to eat for dinner. The most delicious looking giant Parmesan chicken sub. It looked fabulous. They even grew their own herbs, the layers of colors, the arrangement of design and pattern. It was fabulous. So good job with that, Alana and Aria. All right, so that was our kindness from last week. Going to this week, we're having a review on color. As we're looking at color, remember we have 3 primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. And from those, we mix all the other colors. So let's take a quick look at an experiment. Just mixing some colors I already have ready to go. Because it's fun to see those colors mix. So let's take a quick look at those colors. Pull in a little more and focus. Thank you for your patience. All right. So, quick review on those colors. Is that focused? There we go. All right, there we go. We have our red, yellow, and blue. Make sure my brush is washed. Those are our primary colors. When we mix, let's see if we remember. When we mix red, clean my brush, wash my brush. Before I change the color, swish and swish. All right, it's clean, so I'm going to get some yellow on my brush now. What do you think it's going to make? Who remembers? Red and yellow make another warm color. So 3 warm colors. Might get a little more. We're starting to see some orange in there. So red, yellow, and orange are our warm colors. All right, wash that brush. Gently making it jump. Swish, swish. Does it look clean? Yep. All right, let's go now for our blue. So you have some blue over here. All right, washing that brush again before I change the color. Swish and swish. Is it clean? Yep. All right. Go ahead and get some more yellow on that brush. Now let's see what that makes. Do we see some green popping up? There we go. So yellow and blue make a green. Again, our primary colors on this side, red, yellow, blue. And last, we want to mix some of our red and our blue and see what happens. Who remembers what color red and blue will make? Wash my brush. Oh, not quite clean yet. Swoosh and swoosh. Get some blue on that brush. And if you said purple, you're right. So there we have our secondary colors. Orange, purple, green are made from the three colors. Red, yellow, blue. All right, let's take it back to our assignment. Well, not our assignment. It's really just an activity to help inspire you. With our color today, our goal 1 is that we can create the color wheel with found objects in your home or where you're living right now. So let's take a walk over to some found objects. Two of my friends in elementary school, Miss Kyla and Eliza, helped me make this today. We searched around the Barnwood schoolroom. And let me focus that again. There we go. Thank you. Apologize for the wobbliness. We searched around the schoolroom for found objects to make the color wheel. So we started with our primary colors. So all reds, all yellows, and our blues. And then we arranged them in the color wheel. So we have red and yellow make orange, yellow and blue make green, and blue and red make purple. So one of the activities you can do today or this week is to create your own color wheel with found objects. Let's take a look at the second goal. And this is a bonus if you have time after doing your found objects and you want more to do for art. That's great. The second one that we're looking at is that we can use the color wheel as inspiration to create a personal work of art. I have a few examples to show you. So let me pull it back to our table. It looks like it's upside down. So let's turn that around. There we go. So examples, and I'll have step-by-step instructions for creating if you need help with this on your Microsoft Team grade level special area site. So I'll have that up for you also. K1 and 2. And this is just an idea I came up with. If you have your own idea on how to express the color wheel in artwork, please feel free to do that. I'd love to see your ideas if you have one, but if you're like the one I did, you're welcome to use it. So the color wheel we made into an umbrella, and I placed it in the environment of the beach. I simply started with a circle. You could trace a bowl. So I started with a circle, and I split my circle into half. And from there I made 6. And then with crayon I just colored in the color wheel, starting with our primary colors, red, yellow, blue, and then I went back and thought, red and yellow make what? Orange, so I colored orange. Yellow and blue make what? Green, so I colored green, and blue and red make purple. And from there then I made it into umbrella at the beach. Again, I'll have step-by-step directions for you on your Microsoft Teams. 2nd and 5th graders, I have 2 examples you might want to choose from, or if you have your own idea. Let's take a look at the first one. I did just a 2D cityscape. I started at the bottom just drawing a layer of buildings, and then I kept layering them. I even have a castle in the middle, more camouflage because it was in gray. So first you draw a scene in just a grayscale, black or gray. Divide your picture into 6 pieces, and then paint right over. I actually, instead of painted, I used markers. I drew with my marker. I outlined it, each section, each of my 6, drew stripes going out, and then I painted the marker, just go over it. You give it a few seconds to absorb, and marker is water soluble, so that means it absorbs, it breaks down the molecules, and it spreads out. So that's how I had that effect. And I did the same thing in the color wheel, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Again, this will be on your Microsoft Team, step-by-step instructions, breaking it down if you like the idea. The other idea I came up with was an optical illusion. So we have our point that all the areas are coming to, so that perspective. divided the paper into six parts. And then we started the illusion. I went ahead and drew kind of like smile faces and then the opposite touching sad faces around. Once I was complete with that, then I did the primary colors again. I started with red, yellow, blue. With crayon, I colored in every other section. Once I was done with doing the primary colors, I did the secondary colors. So red and yellow make orange. And then every other section I colored with crayon. And then when I was finished with that, I came back and then the white sections, I just traced the outside of with marker. So again, this is not with paint. It was with marker. And same as I showed you in the previous one, then you just trace your marker with water. Give it a few seconds, it breaks down, and then it paints it in. Because the water breaks down the molecules in a marker because they're water soluble. They absorb water. Again, as I said before, these instructions will be where? On your Microsoft team. If you have your own idea, you're welcome to use it. If you don't have any of those supplies, look what I did with some recyclables. Again, you probably won't have these, but I'd love to see what you had. So if you didn't like any of the ideas or really care for the ideas I had, here's an idea I had. I found this, some 2 pans. A pan came in my house to this. Let's go ahead and flip this up so we can see a little better. And so I had a poster that we were, an anchor chart poster from school I brought with me home. And I'm repurposing it. I cut it into circles and twisted these flower-like sculptures from them. Poked holes in the top of this. And so this is not finished yet. I'm still going to work on it. But it looks kind of like a pot to me that you would grow plants in. So I have the roots coming down. And to represent the color wheel, I'm going to make little insects that have the color wheel inside them on their wings or on the back of their shell, like if it's a beetle. And those color wheel insects or beetles are going to be down here in the dirt. And as the roots are absorbing nutrients from those insects breaking down the soil, my colors, my flowers are becoming all these colorful colors. Then I'll probably design it also with a marker or with a pen. So that's another idea. Again, just something I was reusing. And I wanted to show you one other thing. I mentioned last week that if you had dried up markers, go ahead and collect them because take a look what you can do. If they lost the lid, or they're just not working well anymore, go ahead and fill a container with a little bit of water on the bottom, maybe as much as a thumb. And then you just take and soak your marker upside down overnight. And you can see it's starting to turn brown already. So the more dry up markers, just go ahead and put them in. Again, you want to separate your colors. If we mix all the colors, red, yellow, blue together, you're going to end up having brown. All right. So that was the bonus activity. And then our last goal, if you have time, is that we can discuss and evaluate our artwork. So when you're finished, share it with somebody. I was not quite finished with my recycled color wheel garden yet. I went ahead and discussed it with you. I shared it. It's kind of like an artist statement. And then evaluate just means to think about why you like it, why you don't, and what makes an artwork a quality piece. So when you're finished, I'd love to see it. Go ahead and post it on our teams, or you may email it to me or your log. If you have any questions, just let me know. Call and shout out to email or on our teams. I hope you have a great week creating as you looked at the color wheel, starting with one that you can create a color wheel with found objects. If you have more time for art this week, then you can do the bonus activity that we can use the color wheel as inspiration to create personal works of art. And the examples, again, that we will have posted on your Microsoft Teams. Kindergarten first, color wheel with a umbrella. My second, third, fourth, and fifth graders doing any type of drawing, whether it's a cityscape, a cat, a dinosaur, outer space, and then splitting into 6 sections. And then another one would be an optical illusion. Pretty cool with this one. When you spin it, when you put it on a pencil and spin it, it will kind of blur together with that illusion. All right, until next time, boys and girls, have a great time creating.